name is Ibraheem Khan, and today I am interviewing Mrs. Debra Silverstein, who is running for Alderman of the 50th Ward. I am a representative from the South Asian community interviewing you today.
Welcome.
Thank you. And first, I will tell you a little bit about her. Here are Mrs. Debra's qualifications. Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Certified Public Accountant, member of the West Ridge Chamber of Commerce, small business owner, and co-founder of the Lebanon Foundation. Mrs. Silverstein is endorsed by U.S. Representative Jan Schakowsky, Cook County Commissioner Larry Suffredin, State Representative Louis Lang, State Senator Ira Silverstein, and the 50th Ward Regular Democratic Organization. Also, Mrs. Silverstein is dedicated and active. She is married to Senator Ira Silverstein, raising 4 children in the 50th Ward. She's a member of the Congregation Adas Yeshurun and Congregation KINS. She's a member of the West Rogers Park Community Organization. She organized Movie in the Park at Chippewa Park. She also organized Winterfest at Warren Park. She organized the 50th Ward's participation in Breast Cancer's Network of Strength Walk to Empower on Mother's Day. She worked with residents to understand and assist with local problems. So let's begin the interview. Hello, Mrs. Debra Silverstein.
How are you?
Very fine. How are
You're
you?
one of my favorite people. It's always nice to see you here in my office.
Thank you. Mrs. Silverstein, what are some ways you are going to improve the 50th Ward?
Well, I have a lot of ideas to improve the 50th Ward.
Okay.
First of all, I think that people need a lot of city services back. They call here and they say they have a pothole, or they need a tree trimmed, or they need a light fixed. And they're very frustrated because it's not happening. And so I think we need an alderman that's going to have an office that's going to address the issues, make sure that the problems get solved, and keep the people happy. I also want to revitalize this whole area. I think Devon, Western, Chewy, they need a major streetscape. They need major economic development. We want this to be a prominent area. We want people from all over to come visit the 50th Ward and to shop in the stores and to eat in the restaurants. And we want to fill up those vacant stores. We want people to want to have their businesses here on Devon Avenue, not to leave.
And why do you think the streets need to be cleaned or repaved?
Well, I think it's time to have some revitalization, some modernization. The 50th Ward is one of the most diverse wards in the city of Chicago. And we have all different types of people working right here on Devon Avenue.
Yes, that's true.
And it's something that should be promoted, not left to deteriorate. We need to revitalize it so more businesses will come. And I want to put some culture in the streets and have people see that it's so multicultural and so unique that people are going to want to have their businesses here.
Yes, that's true. That's an excellent idea. Most people don't even think of this. They just think, aldermen think, okay, let's issue these street cleans over there. But they don't think about the businessmen over here.
Right, and in order to attract new businesses, we need to have it look beautiful, look nice.
Yes.
People will want to have their businesses here.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Now people will have more business, and people will come over here and shop.
Exactly.
So 2 people will be happy at the same time. That's an excellent idea. Mrs. Silverstein, people of Devon have problems with meter parkings.
Yes.
Last time, or before, they used to have 1 hour in 1 quarter. But now they only have 12 minutes in 1 quarter. How will you resolve this?
Well, I have to say that I personally am very opposed to the privatization of the parking meters. I think it's hurting the businesses. I think that people don't want to pay that amount of money to go into a store for just a few minutes.
Yes, that's true.
So it's a very big problem. Right now there is a lawsuit out there from the IVI-IPO. That's an organization that's trying to nullify the deal. So that would be great. I think that we need to find some kind of alternate parking. I plan on talking with some of the stores that have parking lots to see if they would open them up to the public to use. I want to see if we can somehow utilize the alleys for parking. And I want to change some of the zone parking. On some of the side streets we have zone parking that no one's allowed to park there except for the residents from like 8 in the morning or even earlier until 10 p.m. Well, people go to work, so they don't need to park their car in front of their house. So what I want to do is I want to change that so that it's open to the customers to park on the side streets during the day, and then when the residents come home at night after work, then it's zoned for them. They'll have a place to park in front of their house. So I think it would be equal to both of them. They have a place to park, and yet we have free places for the customers to park to go shopping on these areas.
This is excellent. People have trouble. Businessmen have trouble. They have to go find parking and they're late.
That's right.
And customers, if they don't find parking, they just go home. But now it's easier for them.
That's right.
This is a great idea.
And I definitely think that the privatization of the parking meters was a big mistake.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we have to pay for that mistake.
We are very happy that you're thinking about this, Mrs. Silverstein. Mrs. Silverstein, how will you fill potholes, clean and repave streets and alleys, and replace curbs?
Well, I'm actually already doing that.
Oh.
Because, as I said, we get a lot of the aldermanic phone calls. I've been working here in this office for a few years, and people are very, very frustrated because they've had a pothole or even a bigger sinkhole in front of their house for 6 months, a year, or longer, and nothing has been done. So I have already been involved in solving those problems. I've already had many potholes filled. I've already had, what was your other question? Streets cleaned.
Yeah.
I've had that. And I plan on using my influence to get a lot of the streets repaved. Because personally, when I drive down the street, I have to hold my breath and hope that I don't get a flat tire. Because there's so many bad streets. They all need to be repaved. And I want to allocate some money to concentrate on those areas to repave the streets and clean the whole area up for the residents and constituents.
That's a great idea. Some people think that the streets are so bad, why should they even come? When they're coming to buy something or eat, they're actually going to get a flat tire.
That's right.
And if you clean the streets, everyone will be like, wow, look at these clean streets, let's go and eat.
That's right.
And as you said before, you're going to have parkings for them. And then, of course, they're going to come because they have parking and clean streets.
Right. And if it looks beautiful, if we can beautify it, then for sure even more people are going to come.
Of course, yes. That's an excellent idea. I never thought of this. Mrs. Silverstein, do you have any comprehensive economic plans with community input for our major streets and business areas already in your mind?
Yes, I do. And I mentioned a few of them to you, but we need a major streetscape here in this area. We need to modernize it. We need to fix it up. We need to beautify it. We need to promote it. We want Devon Avenue to be like a Lincoln Square, like a Chinatown.
Yes, we do.
We want people to want to have their businesses here. And I plan on really talking to the residents. There are some other kinds of programs that they could use to get money to help them fix up their program. They're called SPIF funds. They're small business improvement funds, where they get a percentage of the cost back. They can get up to 25 to 75% of the cost of fixing their buildings back. And I think that they need to be educated on that, and I think that they need to be encouraged to take advantage of these funds. And between getting money to fix the streets and the lights and the sidewalks, and if the business owners will participate in the SPIF fund, we could have a really beautiful area here.
Oh, yes, we can. This, I have to keep saying for every answer, this is great, this is excellent, this is great. Because you're giving such great answers, and this is going to help the people in reality.
It is going to help the people.
It's going to help the people.
I want people to be proud of where they live.
Yes.
This is a neighborhood area. We need to make it safe and beautiful for the families and for the children, and everybody should be proud of